Hi guys, Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator here, and I'm in with Serena and we are going to do those cute Rudolph, and I think they are my favorite Christmas set of the nails I have ever done. Look at him, he is so beautiful, I love him so much, and I will show you how to recreate this look. So I have left some old nails just because it was on rebalance, and I will show you how I'm doing the rebalance as well quickly. So first of all, I'm going to remove some old color, like from those nails. And she got actually really nice and beautiful natural nails. So it is going to be a pretty quick rebalance. I'm just removing the old color, blending everything around the cuticle area and remove some loose product. And then do the same on the other hand. I have left just 2 nails because the design itself is going to take a bit longer time, just to don't keep you on this video for such a long time. Okay, so I'm just removing the color. And you can see the lighter place, I've got a little bit of lifting in there. So I'm just trying to cut it off. So it doesn't move more. And then we are going to tidy up the cuticles. So I'm just going to push them back. Push them back. Remove the dust. And then using the cuticle bit and the e-file, we are going to tidy up one side first. Put back into the reverse. And then do the other side. Don't keep your bit like at this angle because then you could hurt the natural nail. You can see it, I'm working pretty flat to the nail. If you need it, you can also lift the cuticle up a little bit so it's easier to trim. And then we are going to trim it a little bit. She doesn't have a big cuticles, just a tiny bit. By the way, I have broke one of my nails. They really desperated for a rebalance now. So you can see it, guys. Yesterday Olivia had her birthday and I was really in a rush, so I broke a nail. Really uncommon for me to do it, but it does happen sometimes. Okay, and then we are going to file it. So first of all, I need to reshape them a little bit because they have been more on the oval side. And I want to get them a little bit more almond shape. So I'm just making the free edge kind of more tapered than it was. And then blend any old product with the natural nail. And then give it scratches. Thank you. And then give it scratches to the natural nail. So this way this nail is ready, and we are going to do exactly the same on the other one. So reshape it, the free edge, make it a little bit more of an almond shape rather than oval. I think the other set I really like it in oval, but now for Christmas I want to have them almond shape. I'm removing the lifting And then again blend it and give it a couple scratches to the natural nail. Once I'm happy with that, I remove the dust and I can check for any shiny places. This is really important, like if you do really properly check for shiny spaces, then your natural nails are going to be really good prep. Blue scrub to remove any dust and dehydrate the nail plate. And then universal air bond and a nail prep. So wait for it to dry and then apply the extra nail prep. That's the blue bottle. And then universal air bond, but you have to wait for it to dry a couple seconds. So in the meantime, I'm just going to quickly tear those wipes up because we have used them all. It's actually quite late through the day, so there we are. And then universal air bond. And because this nail lifted quite bad, I'm going to wait a couple seconds and reapply it. See, sometimes some nails are more prone for liftings than the others. I get quite often lifting on this nail as well in a corner, and that's just because the way my natural nail grows. We are going to use the light rose gel and fill this in. So the first nail is going to be really easy because we didn't have to remove lots of product. So nice and thin scoop. Look how my brush is splitting and it's really pressing this product into the natural nail. Okay, we have created those scratches and we want that to stick in really well. Then picking up a small scoop of the product and just filling up those empty spaces. On the places where I want more product, I do not press strong. I kind of use a very light pressure, and then on the places where I want to have little product, I kind of tend to press much stronger inside. We have to cure the fiber gel for 60 seconds, so I'm just going to apply nice and thin layer here, like really well. I can see some redness in this nail in the corner there. So probably the redness indicates for me, like just right in the corner here, indicate to me that it could be bank a little bit, and that could cause the lifting on it. Now I'm picking up much bigger scoop of the product. And we are going to rebuild the apex because obviously because of the lifting is completely gone. I'm also trying to don't create too many air bubbles because they will be visible. Because we are going to have those French manicure with this Santa look. Santa French, I would call it. Okay, check the shape. And then swap. Okay, now I can shape this nail. So I'm just hiding my brush. Remove the inhibition layer. My client is trying to be very helpful, like, and is shouting to me, "Is the sun beton? Is the sun beton?" Yes, it is. It's fine. You can talk. Okay. Like, I don't think so. I don't think so. They mind. Like, see, guys. Like when I'm doing the tutorials, like I think my clients are so kind, and they just scared to talk sometimes, and they don't want to disturb. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's fine. You can be yourself. Don't have to be quiet. So yeah, we are just shaping the free edge into a nice shape. Smooth this out. See, you can guys let know in the comments, Serena, how much you appreciate her time. So she allowed to record it as well. I'm sure she will be happy for that. Okay, so let's improve the shape. It's already start looking nice, so I'm checking the length and I can take it down a little bit. Blend more around the cuticle area. We really don't want any product there. It will be easier for you to apply the gel polish first of all, and then secondly it also prevents the lifting as well. And then using the buffer, we are going to quickly buff it. So the square one I'm kind of using for all over, for like a very quick job. And then if I want to be precise, I'm using those sponge buffer, and I much prefer it because it's more precise. You can kind of almost push the cuticle back even more and blend everything nice. Oh, sorry. Okay, we are going to do the same on the other hand. So I'm trying to constantly work on my clients' nails, like swapping one hand with another hand, just so you don't have a waiting time. And this is a huge time saver if you can do it this way. So file the free edge, blend everything well in here. Then again, because this nail lifted, I have to be very, very careful with it and make sure there is no mistakes. Sometimes I have to redirect my client's hands. She keeps her hand really nice and kind of relaxed, but sometimes people tend to put the finger into different directions. So I like to kind of give it a shake and check how everything looks together. If I'm going into the good direction, especially with those oh gosh, this looks bad, especially with those index fingers, because if you really straighten it up and put into the weird position, you can see it, the index fingers tend to curve into one side, and I kind of want to find a happy medium. So I don't want the nail to completely follow this curve, but at the same time I cannot place the nail too straight, because then it might look odd in a case when the finger really curves. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so that's the nail ready with the filing, buff it, and look like how I'm holding from underneath, and then I'm holding from the top as well, just to kind of prevent too much friction. You don't want to not hold the nail and then buff it. Also, lots of you guys have asked me, you could see it like I'm going like this. Obviously, when I'm teaching my students, we always say do not touch with your fingers. You might have some oils and things like that. Obviously, I'm always cleaning my hands before every service, so I have no kind of like oils from my hands. The only ones which are in there is the ones which are produced during the treatment. But I will show you that as well, and you have seen it in other videos, that just before I start painting, I would dehydrate the nail again. And same in the case of the natural nails. If I do finish all the filing and buffing, I clean the dust, and that's the time when I know I cannot touch it with my finger. Okay, so this is really important for those of you who are starting. Like when the nail technicians tells you don't do something, as mean, I mean, you can kind of do it as long as you know what you're doing, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm checking the shape, checking the client view as well, which you probably cannot see it. And I can tell I need 2 more moves of the buffer, because they are not completely smooth the way they should. So tiny bit more blending. And tiny bit more blending. And now it's the time for painting. I'm going to start with the right hand and the reindeer and other parts of the designs, and then this hand only when I will be bored I will be showing you how to do the French. So now no touching anymore. Blue scrub to dehydrate those nails, clean everything at the edges. Blue scrub, blue scrub. Okay, switch off the fan so the dust doesn't fly. You can lift your hands, clean like the excess of the dust, like at least the biggest ones. Perfect. And then we can start painting. So on the ring finger we are going to use a color which is 162 and it's called lipstick. And straight away I'm just going to apply this color. I have pulled the nail folds down just so I can reach really nicely to the sides. Cap the free edge. Then using the detailer brush, I'm just going to go closer to the cuticle. Straight away on this one, because I don't want to have too much wasted time, I'm picking up a tiny bit of the foil gel. So transfer foil gel. And the D-liner brush. So that's the longer brush, guys. And now this one is looking into the index finger. So this is going into the index finger. I'm picking up this gel into my brush. And what we're doing is we're doing a wavy design here. You probably cannot see it because the gel is clear. But what I'm doing is I'm just painting a thin line. I'm not bothered too much how I paint it. Actually, I want this higher maybe. So here I went wrong and I'm just going to clean it. I'm not bothered too much about it. Don't waste your time on painting it perfect because we will cover it with the snow and then cure it inside for 60 seconds. That 60 seconds gives me a time to paint a French manicure in here. And again, don't waste your time. Just kind of indicate the line, and we are going to use the Color Plus in red and angular gel brush. I love angular gel brush because it's actually quite quick to do the smile lines this way. So what I'm doing now and here is painting the smile line. And I love those kind of classy, elegant look to the set, but at the same time very festive. And on this lady, on Serena, I had like lots of Christmas nails because she is a florist and she ran her own shop as well. And she loves all those Christmas spirits. So we have done in the past some Mickey Mouse with the Christmas hats. What else we did? The last year was like a mixture of the different ones as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah, change your hands. Okay, so I've got gold foil in here, so gold transfer foil. And we are going to cut just a small piece of it and quickly transfer in there. And at the same time, we are going to paint the second layer of the red. I don't want to rush it because red shows any kind of imperfections. So just take a time. And then, because my other hand is curing, I can straight away start painting those reindeer. So I'm going to use some old Nail Perfect collection. And this is color 117, which is brown. And then from the new collection 187, which is light latte. And then the detailer brush. Okay, so we are going to paint his face. So just a rounded shape. Now here I'm bothered how I'm painting around the gold, but I'm not bothered how I will be painting on the bottom. So here I want it nice and neat. Just fill that up. I want to make sure he's big enough. Okay, his ears. And then with the lighter color and the drop of the paint on French gel, we are going to paint the antlers. So I'm just mixing it. And I'm going over the gold one as well, like that's absolutely fine. So first of all, you want to kind of paint it like a curved shape, going very close to the ear. And then some smaller cubits. And then this one is going to be slightly higher, almost a C shape, going down the ears. And then another 2 smaller bits. Okay, at this stage I have to flash cure it, so change. And then this nail is going to be ready for a top coat. So High Shine No Wipe Top Gel. And again, I will be having 60 seconds to paint the other nail. So top coat it nice. Perfect, change. Okay, on the parts in here, we are going to paint some lighter color. Just so we are going to have some background for a nose, and then with the same color, fill up the ears. Black, so for black I'm going to use the foil design gel. And straight away we are going to paint, let me clean my hands. Straight away we are going to paint the outline for the eyes. So clean my brush well and pick up only product for the tip of the brush. And then outline for the eyes. They are going to be quite large, so make sure you have them large. And I don't know why I didn't do it before. So normally I would paint it white first and then I would outline it with the black, but guys, like outlining such a small detail is so hard. Then I thought it was stupid to do so. So I'll show you different way. And I think it's much easier. So I'm not bothered how I'm painting the black. Honestly, I am not. I mean, I am, but I am not. Okay, that's a nice size. I can mix those black with the tiny bit of this lighter color and kind of low light some of the antlers parts. Not too much, just some bits and pieces. Okay, and now we need to give it a flash cure, so change your hands. For the French, we are going to paint with the French gel. So I'm picking up paint on French gel. And then we are going to do this furry smile line. So I've got a little blob of the product in there. And I'm placing it at the smile line first and then dragging to the top. So the top parts, I want it to be nice and slim. Like you don't want it too heavy. And then swap my hand like into the opposite way and drag the product in and then start with the thin line. Check that the height of them is the same. So now you know why I wasn't bothered about painting a perfect red French. We are hiding it. But I want the white line to be kind of a decent-ish. Again, it don't need to be 100% perfect because you are going to make it furry. So for what I'm doing now is just dragging the product which I've got in there. Just drag, drag, drag. Like lots of small lines. And then sprinkle it with the sugar glitter and cook it. So sprinkle with the sugar. Inside. Okay, with the dotting tool we are going to do the eyes inside now. Dotting tool. Paint on French gel. And this is so much easier, so I wasn't bothered about the black, and now I can just fill it up with white. And I've got this black outline, which is quite nice and thin. I think it's just easier rather than doing white and then going with the black around it. Honestly, guys, you have to try it this way. Okay, at the same time, I'm going to quickly add those black detail where the ears are, just a tiny bit. And also apply the top coat on this nail because I want to show you how to do this candy cane as well. So apply the top coat. What else I can do in here? I cannot paint red yet. I can go and do his hair. So sticking out hairs. Perfect inside. Now the sugar French is cooked and it's ready, so I can show you. You just remove the excess of the sugar, and basically this hand is entirely done. I just need to tidy up the dust, wash the hands, and take a nice thumbnail picture. The other hand is cooking, and in the meantime I'm going to quickly grab a drop of the red. So I'm just going to grab the red because we need it for his nose. Okay, I take it back. Perfect, thank you. So now I'm going to paint his nose because my white is pure. And you want the nose to kind of touch the eyes. And you want the nose to be huge. Reindeer, the red nose? No, Rudolph. How is it going? Can you? Oh gosh. I don't know it because obviously in Polish we don't have it, but I think there is a song like this. Okay, so his nose is painted, and then drop of the black. So at the same time, when I've got the red on my brush, drop black. So it's going to be a kind of dirty red. And then black. Just to go around the face. And here I can see it, I'm missing a little bit of brown. Perfect, cook him in. Okay, now I've got a couple seconds to prepare for the next stage. So again, I'm going to pick up a fresh transfer foil gel and cut a piece of the gold transfer foil. Okay, I take it back. Now my reindeer is cooked. The top coat is almost cooked, so lift your... And I'm going to give it a couple scratches quickly. Because we want to apply some gold foil as well. I wanted to kind of match it, you know, when we had those gold and red, I thought like it will be nice to match it. So they are going into the pinky. Clean my brush from the products and then pick up the transfer foil gel. And we are going to do 3 lines in here. Clean it again, I can see some white through it. So again, this is a stage where I'm painting just with the clear product, so maybe not as visible. So 1, 2, and the third one really tiny on the bottom. Oh, wrong bit. Okay, and at the same time, I'm going to add white highlights. So a drop of the top coat drop of the top coat and just highlight some nose. Inside. Now, because I want to flash cure it and work at the same time, I have to count the time. The transfer foil gel cures in 30 to 60 seconds, depending on your lamp. I mean, you get both good results in both ways. So I'm just going to count time, and we have cured it for 20 seconds. I take it back. And in the meantime, I'm going to add one more stuff in here just so we can move on into the next stages. So black, and we are going to put outline around the nose, nice and thin, like very thin. And then dotting tool for the black eyes. So 1, and 2 inside. So we have cured 20 seconds the transfer foil gel, and now we are going to cure it another maybe 20 seconds, and then I'm going to transfer it. That's giving me a time to tidy up. So we still have to do those candy cane and then finish the Rudolph with the sugaring, which is awesome for this time of the year. Perfect, thank you so much. So transfer foil, and I'm just going to transfer it. I love it how easy this gel is. Like, I mean, the foil design gel, the Nail Perfect one, is awesome for like very detailed work, but you have to be really experienced to be able to kind of use it. And this one is just so easy. Okay, so top coat going on in there. So top coat to cover our transfer foil. And then straight away, I'm going to do the tiniest 2 white dots. And then cook it in. Okay, so I'm going to freeze the product, and then we will apply the top coat on our reindeer. So freeze it. 3, 2, 1. That's it. And then top coat through the entire design. Cook it in. 60 seconds cure, and then we can move on into the parts where we are going to put the snow and the other parts, and then sugaring. Okay, and then when it's cooked, we can paint those white. So I'm using the D-liner brush now. And we are going to put some thicker and thinner stripes. I will swap it, so a thicker will go on the top. And then thinner on the bottom. Again, thicker. So for the thicker, I'm just pressing harder. For a thinner, less product, and pressing lighter. Thicker. And then prep my brush. I'm going to show you guys because we're going really nice and thin. So I roll my brush into a nice point. And then pick up the product without a fluff. And we are going to paint a nice and thin lines in between that. It is shaking again. We was laughing because when I was painting the other candy cane, my hand was so shaky. But it does keep shaking again. I don't know, it's something in my head. I just I feel like I'm painting terrible thin lines. So one more in here. And then the Rudolph, we called him Rudolph. We need to bling him up. So I'm just using some paint on French gel. I have put like a really huge scoop of it. Go around his antlers. Go around the cuticle area. Nice and close. And just fill up this space. I love him, he's cute. Hope you have guys really enjoyed this tutorial from the salon. I love, like, I think like those tutorials from the salons are really awesome because they are real life clients, real life situations, real things happening in there, and I'm trying to do it in a real time obviously as well. So you know, that's like when we're painting more advanced designs, they are really time consuming, and if we want to have a nice and pretty nails, they do take a longer time. So I don't want to cut it out for you, like, and you know, do it on the speed up motion, because then you thinking like, and I think this is a big issue when you're a beginner nail technician, you always worry about your time. So you can see it does take a time, even when you advance, like if you want to do some nice stuff. So no speeding up for you, so you can do a real judgment. Remove the excess, cook it in 60 seconds, and then those beautiful set of the nails is finished. So what I can do, I can just save your time of cooking this hand and show you this one more time. Actually, the other one as well. Oh no, I can't clean it. Oh, what a shame. I wanted to show you the two. No, I'm going to save your time, and I'm going to take a nice and beautiful thumbnail picture of those nails. And yeah, I hope you have really enjoyed, guys, watching this tutorial. Oh, I love him. I will be excited about the set of the nails now. Okay, let me see. I can actually clean it. So I can just clean the excess, and I think, yeah, they are just worth to show you both of the hands because I think they look so super cool. So bye.